open.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, sunshines. Can you say good morning, sunshine?
Sunshine.
Sunshine. Can you say happy? Can you say happy? Wait, and John, can you say happy?
Happy.
Can you say healthy?
Free.
Can you say strong?
Sun.
Can you say nice?
Nice.
Can you say love? Can you say love?
Love.
Champion? Can you say champion? Yay! Guys, do your affirmations. Oh, you all right? As you jump on, say good morning, sunshine, hashtag GMS. That was Witten's affirmations. Let's hear yours. And the way that you speak to yourself does have a big effect on you, which is counterintuitive to the title of this video, Exhaustion and the Fourth Agreement. But we're just going to get real about it for a minute. So after that, I'll just pretend like I'm not tired again. It'll be so great. As you guys jump on, we always start by saying good morning, sunshine. In addition to your affirmations, if you want to share that, share something that you're grateful for. Always stepping into a space, a heart space of gratitude can affect our day dramatically, going from maybe a position of frustration, aggravation, exhaustion, right, to a more elevated mood of happiness and lightness. So what are you grateful for? Good morning, Jan. How are you? Good morning, Natalie. Good morning, Anna. Thank you. Oh, yummy. Open it, please. We're doing pistachios. He loves pistachios. You guys, anything salty, it's for a sodium to get it up. I think he would not eat pancakes this morning. It's this. Anyways, I'm grateful for melatonin because that's how we get me to sleep as well as my baby to sleep, which has partial to do with our conversation. So let's just dive into that while you guys are sharing about your gratitude at the same time. So it's been 1 month. Open. It's been 1 month, you guys. We realized Whit and John just turned 21 months and we went to the hospital on his 20-month-old birthday. You know how moms do that with months because they change so much in 1 month. So it's been 1 month since we've been going through everything. And I was like, well, before until they change our chemo, which we're looking at changing our chemo regimen, if you guys haven't followed along, to something called vinblastine, so we can drop the steroids, which should help us manage his DI, which is a lot of why we're having frustration. Chemo being the easiest part of his process, but managing his diabetes insipidus, which is not diabetes, sugar diabetes, it's like water diabetes, if that makes sense. That's the hard thing for us to manage. So anyways, we should be changing his regimen in about a month. So this morning, my mom and I were like, well, we're 1 month in. All right. And then I was like, well, but we were at the hospital for 2 of those weeks. And then I was like, oh, shit. That means that it's only been 2 weeks. What would you like, babe? You can have all of them. That means that it's only been 2 weeks that we've been home. And I'm utterly exhausted, you guys. Y'all, who has babies on here? Do you remember, just share, were you exhausted after you had your newborn? Like that period? And this is not like that because you're not sleeping every, hour or whatever, but that just raw exhaustion where we go and we sit on the couch, we have this 5 to 7 routine. And by the time we sit at 7, I sink into the couch. It's like I can't even stand up, exhausted. Right. And there's different stages and different chapters in our lives. And what I wanted to talk about today was a combination of exhaustion and the Fourth Agreement, which if you guys haven't read the 4 Agreements, I would grab it. It's a tiny, tiny book. The first chapter is super weird. I didn't read it for the first year because I couldn't get through the first chapter. Skip it if you want to. Now it makes sense to me. But just go to the actual 4 Agreements and look at this. And the Fourth Agreement is always do your best. And that's basically the topic of conversation, and it could relate to you guys and what you have going on. But for me, I'm in the state of emotional exhaustion, physical exhaustion, it's this all the time. This morning I was like, Mom, my eyeballs hurt. They hurt all around, the whole eyeball. And I'm like, what I do is, you guys, I take multiple melatonins and this sleep stuff. I have this routine where I try to get myself to fall asleep by 8 at night, right? Because I don't know when we're going to wake up, because when he has his breakthrough from his diabetes insipidus, means he has this big pee, then he wakes up and then it's like a shit show. We don't really know. Are we going to go back to sleep? Are we not going to go back to sleep? I give him more melatonin, Benadryl, Tylenol to try to get him comfortable to sleep again. So imagine what he's going through, let alone what I'm going through, trying to manage it. And then I'm trying to go back to sleep myself. But you have all the different thoughts and things that wake you up. I feel good. And I just go into more gratitudes and just try to find that space of just openness at night. And I am literally, you guys, I'm only doing my best. And you know what's perfect? Doing my best. Because each and every one of us as we're going through things and different stages and chapters in our lives. That's all we've got. That's all we've got. And your best today, my best today, is different than possibly what my best was 2 years ago or 31 days ago, because I'm in a different space. And when you allow for yourself the grace of just knowing, like, Cal, at this point, like, all I can tell myself is you're just doing your best. And what's difficult, and it's not difficult, but it's like, it's just interesting, you guys, is I watch everybody else continue to just do their normal life, which is their best, right? Like when my daughter last night wants to stay up and watch a Christmas movie and have hot cocoa, and I'm like, thank you. I'm like, I can't, like, I don't know what time I'm going to be up tonight. Like I can't run off of 3 hours of sleep and be a normal human. So I got to drug myself to sleep so I can try to sleep in case I don't know what's going to happen over the night. That's my best right now. Right. And then I look at other humans that are like staying up. They can stay up late. They can stay up past a certain time. You know, I wake up at 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. and it's game on, and you've got to be like so into your, like, my motherhood right now. And it's exhausting. It's absolutely exhausting. And I feel so blessed. You guys, I feel so blessed in my exhaustion, even though it's very difficult. And I know that I'm just doing my best throughout it. So I guess this is that interesting juxtaposition of challenging and beautiful, which is what life is, right? It's both challenging and beautiful. And it's got this pull, this push, pull back and forth all of the time. And I'm in a chapter. We're all in chapters. That's so silly to say. But I'm in a chapter that presents some different emotions. So the other thing that I wanted to share around this topic, I am like all over the place, more. Okay, in a second, is that, like, in that, like, right. So it's interesting watching other humans just live their life and get to live that, like, normal life. A challenge for me today, where I lost my shit again already this morning. Let's try some of these. They're not spicy. Let's try some of these nuts. These are pistachios too. Is like John Carroll woke up and he's going back to work. So he got up and he was out the door looking handsome as ever. And it's like, okay, bye, honey. I'm like, when are you gonna be home? He's like, oh, don't even ask. Like, it's gonna be after 8:30. And I'm at my tournament all week. And what's challenging for me is, like, I watch everybody else just continue to do their normal life, right? Like, he just goes right back to his normal world. And my world is like flip-flopped upside down, where, like, the idea of even getting to work is out of the question. Thank you. That's so good. And not that I'm, like, complaining about it. It's just this, like, slap in the face realization that everybody else's world just keeps going on the same, and then ours is just turned upside down. And that's challenging. It's different. So anyways, whatever you have going on right now, just do whatever your best is in this moment and be thankful for all of the beauty that you have around you, because there is so much beauty that's around us in this moment. And know that sometimes your best isn't as good as it once was. And sometimes your best is better than it once or than it soon will be, right? And then that's okay. So here I am on a Monday morning, having cried already 54 times today. But so thankful for each one of these moments. Thank you. That's good. Which one? Ooh, I like the yogurt one. And just doing our best 1 month in. Going to chemo tomorrow morning, and I'm going to ask the doctor why we're not switching for another month, just to give me some, like, real solid reasons, because after I realized that we've only been 2 months into this regimen, I'm just imagining 4 more weeks like this, and then it's going to take another 4 weeks to regulate his DI, they say, about after we switch chemos. So just making sure that that's the proper step, or should we be switching sooner? And I don't know the answer. It could be one or the other. But anywho, I love you guys. I'm just going to go do this a little bit longer. Good morning, sunshines. Prayers to every single one of you and everything that you guys have going on in your world. Praying for you to be doing your best and for you to find gratitude, lightness, and love in every one of the situations. And also, when you need to let it out, just let it out, girl. All right. Love you. Bye.